GregZallFrog here. It's time for the Friday update from the pond for the 20th November 2015. Welcome to an exciting weekend here in the pond because it's my birthday weekend. As you can see, my birthday is Sunday. As you can also see, I am behind on the videos for this week. I'm recording this actually on Friday, which is bad. It's about 1:48 in the morning. It's exactly 1:48 in the morning. It's been a busy week. I was going to record a whole bunch on Thursday when I got back from work. Well, I didn't get back from work on Thursday until Friday. So that was a long day. It was crazy. I went to the BMV in the morning. I left the house at 8:30 expecting that it would be, at least an hour at the BMV because I just assumed that was the luck I had. And I was out of there in 10 minutes. So I'm like, well, shoot, I've got time. I'll go to Tim Hortons, other places are available to eat, but I went to Timmy H and decided I'd get some breakfast sandwich and a bagel and some cream cheese and some juice, and enjoyed that. And it's like, well, I might as well just go into work. And so I went into work early today. Normally I get in around 10:15, and today I was there by 9:15, and I didn't leave until 11:45, and I don't mean AM. So a little 14-hour day, just because I'm off today as you watch this, or at least today as this is posted, and then also Monday, which is two days off, so I'm giving myself a nice long 4-day weekend because it's my birthday, and I just felt like I couldn't leave until stuff was done, so I stayed. Just worked a 14-hour day, but I did get stuff done, so at least there's that. Yay! We're listening to Europa Universalis music, by the way. It is written by Andreas Voldentoft, and you can get it if you have Europa Universalis 4. And the nice thing about Paradox is they let us YouTubers use their music for stuff like this. And thank you for allowing me to do that. And go buy EU4 because it's a really great game. And they're not paying me to say that at all. Although, day by day we get closer and closer to the radar. So you never know. But anyway, I'm behind on recording because the last weekend I did this election thing for the game club I'm part of and didn't win, but I was there the whole time, so I ended up gaming for 14 hours. That's the time I should have been recording. And, I was still going to game too, but I normally would only go into game about 8 o'clock or so, and instead I was there at 1:30, so it's, 6.5 extra hours that I wouldn't have done. So it's just I've been behind this whole week. Now I'm off today, so as you watch this, if you watch it as it goes live, I'll probably be waking up because no matter when I go to bed, I can't seem to sleep much past 9 a.m. And I will start recording some stuff. Then my wife and I are going to spend the day together because she's off as well. So we're going to do some cleaning in around the house, chores or whatever. And then when she goes to bed, because she has to work on Saturday, I'll record even more. So this weekend will be done, and then I'll start in on next week because on Saturday I'll record while she's doing her thing, and I hope to have everything for the week basically done because on Sunday I can record a little bit during the day, but what I really want to do instead is live stream. So I'm going to be streaming for my birthday. It'll be live stream 17. It'll be on Twitch for a few hours. I'm not sure exactly what I'm going to play yet. It's going to be whatever the mood strikes. So, whatever I decide to want to do because it's my birthday. And I will do that. Maybe I'll take the opportunity to buy myself a present to get a new Steam game, and we'll just play something. I don't know. I've got a small wish list, so we maybe go look at the wish list and see if anything's on sale, and go from there. So that's kind of the plan with that. That's why there's all that white stuff. I don't know if Kerbal Space Program's going to work. It didn't work when I tried it Wednesday night. It crashed while I was playing it, so I'm going to try it again. I still want to play it, so I'm being optimistic that it's still going to be there. But if not, I'm just going to replace it with Binding of Isaac. And I'm just going to slowly increase the size of my schedule because apparently that's what I do, because I'm insane. Let's recap the week, shall we? If you have not watched GeoGuessr 204 yet and you would like to, it is the conclusion of the US Perfect Score Challenge. I'm going to give you a moment right now to stop this video and go watch that one because I'm going to spoil the hell out of it. Okay, that's the time you get. So, yay! Perfect score, 25,000, right? What a perfect birthday present from the GeoGuessr RN Jesus, if you will, to allow me to get enough clues to get the perfect 25,000 score. It's really exciting. I'm not going to have to do a US perfect score challenge again because, I do it once. I was perfect. That's enough. I don't need to prove that I'm perfect all the time. I just at least was perfect once. I may do other perfect score challenges around the world, but that's not going to come for quite some time. We're going to just relax, focus in on the user challenges because, frankly, there's a lot of them. I mean, if I flip over to my notes page here, that's CK2, but if I flip over to Europa, I mean, this is everything I have. I'm set through the end of November for the schedule. I'm happy to add more, but I am basically set. So that's not what I wanted to do. That is what I wanted to do. Okay. Here we are. A little lag right there for a second. I don't know what's going on with that. So yay, how about GeoGuessr? That's very exciting. We've got another challenge coming up on Saturday. Then on Sunday, I might do just another one again, or I'll do, I don't know, just like a 3-minute world challenge, or who knows what. And maybe I'll celebrate with the famous places, a couple of those runs, because those are kind of fun. We'll see what happens, but those are the last two bits and bobs of those. This one's called Ride Forth Victoriously. Afterbirth is going fine. I keep dying in when it matters because I'm making stupid decisions, but I'm completing challenges. I'm doing that off screen, and if you came to the live stream 16, which I just posted last night, so you could catch the video on demand for that, I'm doing the challenges and just going through challenge modes, and they don't count for your score or your streak, so there's that. And I don't think the dailies do either, because I've beaten a couple of the dailies, and I don't think they count for your streak either, which is kind of annoying. I think about that. And then Kerbal Space Program I just talked about. Efficient Factorio is ending this week. Efficient Factorio episode 91 will be the final episode. I'm not entirely certain what I'm going to do with the last 2 episodes yet because there's a bug. There's a big bug, not in the game, but in my factory that I cannot squash. And it's kind of frustrating, so I might take a look at fluid dynamics for the last 2 episodes and then just be done. The goal was, of course, to submit that to Negative Root, and I still might do that, but the factory as it is not 100% effective. You have to go and manually trigger some of the reset switches. But other than that, it's mostly good. So, I mean, you'll see what happens on Factorio 89 when you watch it. But those will be the last 2. Factorio Bob's Mods will also end this week. This will be the final week for Bob's Mods because we're basically done. Episode 128, we're going to finish up all the science that we could do. In episode 129, we're just going to build a rocket defense. And because we have level 3 beacons that we can put with level 8 speed modules and put level 5 God modules in the actual construction materials for everything, it's going to be done in like 10 seconds. So we're going to launch the rocket and be done on Sunday, the episode's 129. So that'll be it for Factorio Bob's Mods and Factorio Efficient, and we're going to start with a new series. And I think I might just do one. We'll talk about it in a minute. So that's they're both going well, and they're going to end strong, and I've really enjoyed the time that I've played them. Crusader Kings 2, I'm not going to spoil what happens tonight, but it's a good one. I think you'll enjoy it quite good. We are going to continue to play CK2 through the end, and just keep going through and try and do what we can. And if we end up not being able to unite the Empire with our son, then maybe we'll just keep playing and see what goes from there. Poland is going very well. I think we're doing very strong against Scandinavia right now. I think even the Ottomans would not be much of a challenge for us. I don't say that. The Ottomans would be a challenge, but we could defeat the Ottomans at this point. I really think that the Commonwealth is strong enough now that if we really wanted to dismantle the HRE, we could finally decide to wage war against the HRE because we do have allies that are outside of it. France is not in the HRE. They're not going to care if we attack them. Spain will not care if we attack them. And Persia won't help us regardless unless we attack the Ottomans. That's the only reason we have Persia as an ally. So we're in a very strong position. I think it's going to go very well. And I think we have plenty of time. There's like 240 years left to get the last, 16, 17 tech levels and all of the techs that we need. So I think it'll be no problem whatsoever. That'll be really good. Live stream 16 went well. Like I said, the video of demand went up. And then Sunday, we're going to do a live stream for my birthday. It's my birthday. Did you know that my birthday is on Sunday, 11/22? I will be, I will be part of the Fibonacci sequence if you cut off one of the digits of my birth date. Anyway, whatever. So what's happening farther into the future? This is happening farther into the future. So I'm going to get the resource spawner overhaul. Well, let's not talk about that. I mean, we should talk about that. We'll get to that. We're going to do them in order. So GeoGuessr we're going to keep doing. You already saw the schedule. I'm set through the end of December, or not December, of November. So this whole week is already planned out, but feel free to submit additional challenges because I'll work things around. I'll move them around. I'll do less of my own and do that. But the problem is that user challenges tend to be longer, and I've got to consider I have very limited recording time, so I've got to be planning that smartly. The other thing is that I've started to prioritize challenges. So if you're a new challenger, you go to the top of the list. So that way you don't have to like wait 2 weeks to get onto the channel. You can submit something and get on there within usually 7 to 10 days. And faster if depending on when you send it to me. Like if you send it to me after you watch this video on Friday, it's probably going to go live Monday or Tuesday. So, you know, it could go live pretty quick. And all the longtime contributors have agreed that that's a pretty fair way to do it because they've been able to submit plenty of challenges. So we'll let the newcomers come in, and I'll just shuffle things around and move them to the end of the list and do all those things to prioritize the newcomers. Because it used to be straight up first come first serve. The ones that I got first went in first. The ones that I got last went out last. So now I think we'll prioritize for the newcomers because frankly, I think that's a good idea. And you know, people like Nighty, for instance, are now starting to supply my GeoGuessrs for the streams, so they've got that opportunity. The Binding of Isaac Afterbirth, of course, we're going to keep playing that. We'll do 3 episodes this week, 3 episodes of Kerbal Space Program, but again, if Kerbal Space Program decides not to work in this version on my system, then we'll just play Afterbirth the whole time and slightly expand the channel record time, which is also why I don't want to do nothing but user challenges, because I feel like I have to put in some good time for them, and if I'm going to be putting a half hour in for every challenge, that's 10 minutes longer than all the other ones, and it builds up over time because I'm not doing this full time. If you didn't know that, if you just got to the channel and you're unaware of that, this is not my full-time job by any means. I have a full-time job, as you could probably figure out by the fact that I said I was at work for 14 hours today. I didn't mean I was working by recording. I was at work. I have a brick and mortar job that it's really engaging. I love it, and I'm going to keep doing it. And so this is secondary. It's a hobby. It's a source of income, sort of. I mean, I'm not making a ton of money doing this. I have considered putting up the donate button for the YouTube. Not the subscription because I'm not part of Red yet, but the the blue button. Anyway, it's the one to help support friends or artists. So I might put that up. I'm debating. I don't know. I'm really thinking about doing the Amazon affiliate program because I'm already connected with them. I used to do stuff through Amazon because I ran my own business. I was a sole proprietor for 8 or 9 years, and I've worked with them in the past. So their affiliate program I'm familiar with, and it certainly would be a thing that could do that. I mean, just little ways to try and make a little extra income, right? I'm not out here to get rich. Just things that I could turn around then to use on the channel by getting a webcam maybe, or getting a better, slightly upgraded computer parts. I certainly could use a better video card because I'm rocking a video card that's like 6 years old, and it's doing the job. But it could be better, right? Luckily, the games that I play don't need a really intensive graphics card, but I could tell if I had a better graphics card, EU4 would probably run better, and honestly, the streaming would probably run better because the computer CPU wouldn't be as taxed by having to do what it does. Now, granted, I have an octa-core computer, but still, it would help. So all those things would come together to do that. Am I going to join Patreon or something like that? I don't know. I don't think so, but I mean, not at this point. But putting a little donate button might not be a bad idea. How did I get on this topic anyway? Kerbal Space Program. I don't remember. Oh, right, because this is not a full-time job because, I have limited time to record, so that's why I'm kind of trying to just plan wisely. I mean, as you've seen from the beginning of this channel, I'm very, very organized. I still have all of the week's schedules from the very beginning. I have all the notes from everything I've ever done because I think I owe it to you guys to provide the best channel that I can, even if this is just considered to be a hobby of mine, because that's just the way I am. So you see there's this big gap at noon. This big gap at noon I'm hoping to fill with the board game night. I have 4 people who are interested in playing Battlestar Galactica over Vassal. Myself is included in that 4, though, so I really could use one more. And so we're talking to our friends and trying to figure it out. I'm hoping we could get together this weekend to do that, but it's very short notice. So we'll find out. If that doesn't happen, I'm not sure what I'm going to fill that noon time slot with. It might just end up being a potpourri type of thing, because I don't want to do 2 Factorio series together right now. But maybe I'll split the CK2 and EU4 into their own series for the week and just do 7 EU4s and 7 CK2s. That would certainly be an easy fix for that situation. So look to it. It's a possibility. We'll see. That could end up being a potpourri. But the goal, hopefully, is to have board game night. But again, that's very, very fast. So I don't know if my collaborators would be willing to do that this weekend. Not willing necessarily. They might be willing, but maybe not able to based on schedules. But hopefully in the next week or two that we're going to get it going, because I do have 4 firm commitments, and hopefully we'll get 1 or 2 more. Then, of course, the Paradox Hour is the Paradox Hour. That will continue unless I split them out, because I have nothing to put in the noon slot, but that'll go where Paradox is. And the live stream 18 will be on Tuesday, because live stream 17 is going to be on my birthday. My birthday is on Sunday. Did you know that? Monday the 23rd is my wife and my anniversary, so I'm not going to be doing much there. I have some surprise worked out for her. She doesn't even know that yet, so that's very exciting. And she doesn't watch this channel anyway, so I could tell you exactly what it is, but I like the suspense. But she's going to be thrilled. I mean, thrilled beyond measure. Assuming I actually could pull it off. But it should be fine. So then there's Factorio RSO, which I started talking about at the beginning and then skipped over, and now we're going to come back to it. The Resource Spawner Overhaul mod is something that works with the map generation to create a more balanced, realistic map. So your starting zone is always going to have relatively rich contents. Not really rich contents, but relatively rich contents. And this completely, I believe, overrides all of the settings in the map creation. I'm not entirely certain if that's the case. It may have some effect, but it's not the type of effect that it has in the original. And so what this does is it basically means that you're going to need to use more trains. So what we're going to do is we're not going to do towns, not like what Bentham is doing. But we are going to try and focus on trains. So we're going to race to trains and do trains. And I think what I'd like to do is have the outpost / main base concept, but have a really elegant, well-designed train network with all the types of track and junctions and everything that will work and fit for what we need. So kind of like how we were doing with the original Factorio, but this time we've got the RSO involved. I think I'm going to put in a few more mods too. We're not going to do Bob's mods with RSO. I think that's kind of... I don't know how that would work, but I suspect it could go very, very south. But we're going to put in some mods. We're going to use the Tree Collision mod, of course, because I think that's a requirement. It should be part of the base game as far as I'm concerned. So thank you again for creating that. We're going to add probably the Bob's mod clock, because that is one of the better clocks out there, and I just like it. There is a mod out there that you can manage your trains from a distance, so I would like to get that. I don't remember what it's called offhand, but Aruma's using it right now, so I'm going to grab that. Larger inventory, of course. And that may be it. I mean, obviously, using Farl would be probably a good idea for this campaign. But I don't have a lot of experience with it, and I don't know if I really want to learn it like on camera. So we'll see. Maybe I'll do that. Maybe I won't. I've got time, obviously, to play around with it, because we won't be building trains for the first 2 or 3 episodes. So we'll see. If I have enough time to record this weekend, I'm going to save Factorio near the end. I'll do hour-long splits at the beginning, just to kind of speed it along and do those sort of Bentham style compression episodes for the first couple of ones, just to get us going. But if I don't have time, then I won't, and I'll just have to come up with something witty to say during all of that. But that's our plan. Hopefully you like that plan. It'll be an enjoyable plan. I mean, I'm not gonna wait here for approval, but that's what we're gonna do. So, it's not going to be 4 episodes, though. It will be 5 episodes a day. We're not going to change that schedule. It's just right now, I don't know what's going in the noon slot. So we'll figure that out. But we'll get it done, and, it'll be an enjoyable time. Thank you for subscribing. Again, we hit over 200 subscribers, so I'm happy for that. Thank you very much. It translates to many things, better search rankings, all that stuff is helpful to get the message out there about the Frog Pond, and I really do appreciate all of your kind words, the encouragement that, hey, keep going, you're doing a great job. All that stuff is really appreciated. I don't need to to hear it. It's not like I'm begging for that. That's not what I'm doing here. This is honest, heartfelt thanks, because you have a lot of options out there for what you could watch on YouTube, and you're choosing to watch me, so I appreciate that quite a bit. And the same thing with Twitch and all that, so I really do appreciate that. If you want to go to geosetter.com, you can send me in those GeoGuessers. That's perfectly acceptable. You can private message me on YouTube or on any of the other social forums where I am, Facebook, Google+. You could even use Reddit if you'd like, although I'm not there as much as I used to be. I'm just kind of, I have limited resources, so I'm just not spending as much time on Reddit as I used to, but I am there. All of those things / Purple Frog Plays, of course. You can go to the website, www.purplefrogplays.com. I will try and update that more throughout the holiday season, but, it's just a slow process. It's just me, so it's not like I've got a secretary, or I can't even, ask my wife to do it. She's not very computer-minded. Put her in front of $1 million soundboard, and she's like Jesus. Put her in front of a laptop, and you have to hope that it doesn't randomly break. I mean, that's literally how it works. I don't understand it at all, but that's just her luck, I guess. That's all I have, really. It's quite a long update, 20 minutes. I suppose that's pretty normal for me, but that's it. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, go ahead and click that like button. Insert country here. If you click it, thanks. I appreciate the likes for the updates. But do, of course, subscribe to the channel. That really helps with our search rankings and all that stuff. And share it around to all of your friends and let me know. Share your comments, right? Send messages. I won't know what you're thinking unless you tell me. So please do that. Hope to see you out at the live stream for my birthday on Sunday, which is Sunday, by the way. My birthday is on Sunday. Yay, happy birthday to me. I'm really excited. I like birthdays. So we've got that going for us, and it's going to be a fun time. Hope to see you out there. And until next time, cheers.